My name's Bishop, professional wrestler from, well, living in South Wales.
Well, my name is JJ Roberts.
My name's LD James.
Together with a tag team known as TKO.
My name is Kat Von Cage and I am the vintage villainess and self-proclaimed leading lady of professional wrestling.
So I got involved, well, from a young age. Like most boys, I sat and watched wrestling with my older brothers and dad, and we played games. And then about 2009, 2010, my old man had a stroke. And so everything we had, like tradition-wise, kind of went out the window because he couldn't really do as much afterwards. But we still sat and watched TNA back when it was good, every Saturday night before it moved to Sunday nights without fail. And that kind of gave me the passion. And then when I found out there was a local school in Port Talbot, my dad's actually the one that suggested it to me and took me down for my first session, and I fell in love with it. I've got Cal Adams now. I'm excited for this one. He's trained by Mike Bird and Hitch up in Cardiff with Dragon Pro. He's a phenomenal wrestler and a lot more experienced than myself at a similar age, and it's going to be a good match because while he's got the speed advantage, I can bring some power that I don't think he's going to be expecting.
If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm home. Just so far from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of this fire, was not aware of this nightmare. But when I stopped to see those eyes begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now, try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try it. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm home. There's no way to go, no one that can see.
Well, it all depends on the night, really. So wherever they want to put me, I'm happy to go. I'll have a fight with whoever. I don't really mind. It's always nice to close the show down because that means, hopefully, bigger paycheck. But I'm not too fussed. As long as I get to have a fight, I'm happy. Tonight, Kat Von Cage. So she's somebody who I used to train with when she was first coming up as well. So I actually had a little help in training her. I'm not being a trainer myself, but just helping her out with a few things, being a bit more experienced when I started compared to when she started. She's done pretty good for herself, but yeah, she's up and coming for the UK scene and the women's side of things. But we're having a fight tonight, and I'm not going to let gender get in the way. It's just a fight between two competitive fighters, two wrestlers. So go out there, have a scrap, see what happens.
I'd be happy working around the UK a lot more. So right now I've kind of started again from scratch. So I'm working local shows around the area, and I want to go back to working around the UK. I've worked a couple of times at Birmingham Way, where I face Mark Andrews. I've been up against Mike Bird. I've been up against guys that's now made a name for themselves in the wrestling scene. I don't see myself anywhere near their standard yet, but I would love to be working regularly around the UK.
Because I'd like to go back to America, because I was there a couple of years ago, and I just like the whole wrestling in America. It's just, I don't know what it is, just fans, the people you have watching you in the crowd as well, because you never know who's going to be watching you in America. Like the one show we had Tug Boatload, Shockmaster watching. You get to go to bars and stuff, and you get to meet people like The Rock's dad. Like it's quite good in America, to be honest with you.
Changed in the past couple of years?
Oh, massively, yeah, it's changed massively. I think females get a lot more respect now, so we're more of, well, we're getting to be known more of part of the show, just like the men are, rather than just like a side show or, you know, something, a match where, you know, that's the toilet break, or, you know, you'll go look at the merch table. It's getting more respected, so it's definitely a good thing. Yeah, hopefully it keeps progressing the way it is and the speed it is.
So who were your influences in wrestling? Who did you?
My influences, Lita is up there, and the Hardy Boys. But I've always been the same. I never really cared a lot about the men's wrestling, as bad as it sounds. But I was always really interested in the women's wrestling. So Lita, Trish. Particularly those guys, because they had countless feuds. Victoria was another one. And more recently, the Bellas, specifically Nikki Bella. She, to be honest, if it wasn't for Nikki Bella, I probably wouldn't be in wrestling now. So.
fell in love.
Your new Royal Imperial Heavyweight Champion, Oliver Satwell!
Tonight, I was beaten, and I was battered, and I was bruised. And as you saw, tonight, I proved that no matter what life throws at you, you will always come out on top. Tonight, I was pushed to my limits by Mikey Bowden.
Yes.
And at some point in that match, I questioned if I could carry on.